Tonight a shadow moves beneath the waves. A silent, deadly predator is unleashed. Deep in the Pacific, the balance of power is shifting. A ghost has appeared on sonar screens, a phantom they never knew existed, and it belongs to China. China has built a world-class navy, but its most lethal weapon was forged in total secrecy. The dragon has learned to hunt in the ocean's darkest corners. Every Indo-Pacific strategy is now under review. It's about what it represents, a China that can project lethal, untraceable power anywhere. The game has changed and the stakes could not be higher. The silent war beneath the waves has erupted into a full-blown crisis. This is the news that has stopped Washington in its tracks. At 0400 Zulu, US naval patrols in the South China Sea detected an anomaly, a ghost on the screen, a whisper in the deep. The sonar signature was unlike anything ever logged, too quiet, too fast, moving with chilling grace. Analysts scrambled, cross-referencing every database. The conclusion, a new class of Chinese nuclear submarine, never before suspected. In an age of constant surveillance, China built a superweapon in total secrecy. Intelligence now confirms the vessel, codenamed Sea Serpent by NATO, was likely constructed in a vast underground facility and launched through a subterranean channel. It's a colossal intelligence failure for the West. The urgency is palpable. The Sea Serpent was detected near sensitive shipping lanes close to key US allies. Its mission is a mystery. Is it mapping the seabed, on patrol, or ready to strike? The Pentagon doesn't know, and that's what's so alarming. An undetectable predator is swimming in America's backyard. Every available asset is being scrambled. P-8 Poseidon aircraft drop, sonar buoys, US attack submarines are diverted to the area. This is a high-stakes game of cat and mouse, thousands of feet below the surface. The world is watching, waiting for the next move. Beijing's silence is deafening. They haven't acknowledged the submarine's existence, adding to the tension. This is a crisis unfolding in real time. What makes these Sea Serpents so special? It's not just another submarine, it's a ghost. Its revolutionary quietness is its primary feature. Traditional nuclear subs make noise. This one is nearly silent, likely using a magnetohydrodynamic drive with no moving parts. It's the naval equivalent of an invisibility cloak. Reports suggest it can reach speeds over 40 knots while submerged, faster than any US torpedo. Its titanium alloy hull allows it to dive deeper than ever before, hiding below sonar's reach. It can appear and disappear at will, striking from the abyss. But it's not just stealthy, it's deadly. The Sea Serpent is believed to be armed with a new generation of hypersonic cruise missiles, capable of carrying nuclear or conventional warheads. These missiles travel at over 5 times the speed of sound and can change direction mid-flight, making them nearly impossible to intercept. From its deep ocean hiding place, this one submarine could threaten an entire US carrier strike group. This combination of stealth, speed, and firepower nullifies decades of American anti-submarine tactics. The US Navy's Pacific strategy relied on tracking Chinese subs. But how do you fight what you can't see, hear, or catch? The Sea Serpent gives China a credible first strike capability. It's a weapon designed for devastating, unanswerable attack, not a fair fight. The military equation has fundamentally changed. The US must now rethink its entire approach to undersea warfare. The balance of power has shifted. The Sea Serpent is the result of decades of Chinese ambition. For over a century, China remembers the century of humiliation. President Xi Jinping is determined to restore China's place as a global superpower. True power comes from a navy that can project force worldwide. In the last decade, the plan has commissioned more ships than most navies have in their entire fleets. China's shipyards work around the clock, producing modern warships at a breathtaking pace. They've transformed from a coastal defense force into a true blue water navy. But it's not just about numbers, it's about challenging the US directly. China has built carrier-killer missiles, advanced electronic warfare, and now the Sea Serpent, the ultimate tool for denying America control of the seas. This is about rewriting the global order and pushing the US out of the Western Pacific. The Sea Serpent is the sharp end of China's ambitions. The Pentagon is in a state of controlled panic. For 70 years, US nuclear submarines have been the silent guardians of the seas. That technological edge was the bedrock of American naval strategy. The Sea Serpent shatters that confidence. US aircraft carriers, massive, expensive, and vital, are now vulnerable in a way they've never been before. If a Chinese submarine is quieter than the ocean itself, finding it becomes nearly impossible. The US Navy's anti-submarine strategy is now obsolete. The Sea Serpent is like a burglar who can walk through walls right up to the vault undetected. This is the nightmare scenario that has kept US planners awake at night. If conflict erupts over Taiwan, would the US risk sending a carrier, knowing it could be sunk by an invisible enemy? The mere existence of the Sea Serpent acts as a powerful deterrent. It forces the US to think twice, giving China immense leverage. The risk for American intervention in the Pacific has never been higher. That's why alarm bells are ringing in Washington. The strategic balance has been upended. The US Navy's response has been swift. The Pacific Fleet is at its highest peacetime alert. Submarine crews recalled, warships prepped, surveillance intensified. The message to Beijing: we are watching and we are ready. The immediate priority: find the Sea Serpent again, a monumental task. The US is deploying its most advanced submarines, underwater microphones, and experimental drones. Billions will now be poured into new anti-submarine technologies: AI, quantum sensors, high-speed drones. The race is on to make the invisible visible again. Expect a dramatic increase in US naval presence in the Indo-Pacific. Tense encounters between US and Chinese forces are inevitable. Diplomatically, Washington is shoring up alliances and sharing intelligence. The next few weeks are critical. The US must show resolve without triggering open conflict. We stand at a precipice. The Sea Serpent is more than a military headache. It's a historical turning point. The era of American naval supremacy is over. The chessboard has been reset. A new secretive peace is in play. The future of naval warfare may be silent, fought in the crushing darkness of the deep. America's allies now face a stark new reality. Can they still count on US protection? This could trigger a regional arms race, making the Indo-Pacific more volatile. The Sea Serpent threatens not just ships, but the foundation of America's alliance system. As the silent hunter glides through the abyss, we must ask, are we witnessing the dawn of a Chinese century in the Pacific? The next move could determine the course of history for generations to come.